Hi everyone, my name is Destiny and today I'm going to be talking about my case analysis and my case recommendations. Beauty is not defined by shape, size, or color. It's feeling like the best version of yourself, authentic, unique, real. Every image you see here features women cast from real life, a real life version of beauty. This quote is seen on Dove USA's website to promote its ideas of body positivity and self-esteem. Although Dove claims to follow these ideas, the company has received backlash for two harmful advertisements, one in 2011 and the other in 2017, which potentially discriminated against women of color, despite the company's promotion of body positivity. As a result of these advertisements, the company's values of feminism were questioned. Customers wondered if women of color were being tokenized by the company, and Dove learned a hard lesson in social media. For those of you who don't know, Dove is a popular beauty brand that originated in the United States but is now located in over 80 countries. And it sells anything from antiperspirants to body washes, beauty bars, lotions, hair care, facial care products for both men and women, etc. It wasn't until 2017 that consumers really began to question the motives of a company that has always strived to better its consumers. In 2011, an advertisement was released with three women standing in white towels, looking like they had just gotten out of the shower. On the left side of the advertisement was a woman of color, and above her was the word before. On the right side of the advertisement was a Caucasian woman with the word after above her, and in between was a woman who was a skin tone that was in between the woman on the left and the woman on the right. When this advertisement came out, consumers were concerned with the before and after that was on the advertisement. They didn't know what Dove meant by this, and they didn't know what they were implying, but it kind of looked like the company was whitewashing on this ad. So then in 2017, Dove posted an advertisement on their Facebook that was a 3-second clip. It started off with a woman of color wearing a shirt that was roughly the same color as her own skin tone. And then she took the shirt off to reveal a Caucasian woman underneath wearing a shirt that was roughly her own skin tone. And consumers wondered if Dove hadn't learned anything from their first scandal with advertising like this. Consumers didn't understand what Dove was trying to imply, kind of with the before and after of a woman of color and then a Caucasian woman. A lot of consumers were concerned that Dove was advertising like the advertisements that came out in the late 1700s and early 1800s from soap companies, where they advertised people of color using soap to lighten their skin or to get the dirt off, as the advertisements would say. Consumers were concerned that this was Dove's way of being racist and not being diverse and not including everyone in these ads. And by doing this, they were tokenizing women of color, wanting them there to seem diverse, but not using them to their full potential and treating them as the people that they are. So in response to this, Dove said, Dove is committed to representing the beauty of diversity. In an image we posted this week, we missed the mark in thoughtfully representing women of color, and we deeply regret the offense that it has caused. This was posted on their Facebook in 2017 after the backlash and after the video in 2017 was deleted off of social media. So my recommendations for this company start at the top. And what I mean by that is starting with the executive staff. I did some research into Dove and found out that they have a parent company called Unilever. And Unilever has a very large executive staff, considering that even Dove itself is in over 80 countries, and they have a lot of other brands that they sell as well. And after tallying up the executive staff, I discovered that over 2/3 of the executive staff are males, and less than 1/3 of the executive staff are people of color. And when I found this out, it was kind of concerning, considering Dove is advertised in over 80 countries, making it highly diverse, and it has a lot of other brands that it uses as well. According to our book, in many organizations, white males represent the vast majority of employees, especially among the ranks of management. And this is on page 221. And I agree. Looking at their executive staff, it's very male and it's very white. And I don't think that this is good, considering the scandals that Dove has had now twice. So I think that Dove needs to concern itself with hiring a more diverse staff in the future when people step down, or creating a diversity and inclusion position, which I did not find in their executive staff on their website. And I think that this is something that they could do right now moving forward, considering they have so many different brands and they have to advertise to so many different people, and they've had 2 scandals now regarding diversity and inclusion. Additionally, I think that Dove needs to really look at its marketing staff and sales and advertising staff, and they need to go through a diversity inclusion seminar, because I feel like they're lacking diversity, and if they had had more people of color who were helping come up with these advertisements, then potentially they wouldn't have had this issue in the first place. Although the company could potentially use a diversity and inclusion training for the whole company, considering what's happened already. And finally, I would recommend that the company really consider what is appropriate to post. So they need to bring in some younger people, some people of color, and after thoroughly reading our textbooks and doing some research on the internet and some scientific journals, I believe that these 3 things would be the best for the company moving forward. So overall, Dove is a progressive and innovative company that has made some mistakes in the past. There's no doubt about that. The company has a lot of very positive platforms, though, and a lot of positive campaigns promoting positivity, self-esteem, confidence that a lot of people really admire. But in the future, Dove needs to be more conscious of its social media, and it needs to reestablish or reevaluate its diversity and inclusion trainings that the company has, and it ultimately needs to start at the top by diversifying its executive staff. And by doing all of these things, the company can prevent scandals like the ones they had in 2011 and 2017, and really live by the ideals that the company preaches on confidence and positive self-esteem. And I think that going into the HR field, this is something that we all need to consider. Advertising is changing, and we're going to have to be posting jobs and looking for people on different social media platforms, so we really have to keep this in mind. And with diversity and inclusion being a hot topic in HR and just in life right now, this is something that like Dove really needs to learn from and move forward so people still buy their products. So thank you so much.